Hello. I want to thank you for your interest in learning more about the L Suite membership, an online platform called the Braintrust. So on the Braintrust, the first page that you'll see is our discussion feed. And the discussion feed is very similar to a Facebook feed or a LinkedIn feed. So as a member, you can post here. There's 4 different types of posts that you can make. You can ask a question, you can create a poll, you can request a document, or you can get recommendations for services or vendors. And those posts will show up in chronological order below in an endless scroll of discussions and conversations, questions, etc. So you can choose to either scroll through and find the conversations that are relevant to you or interesting, or you can use the filter functionality. You can filter by topic. You can also filter by location as well. And you can also use the search functionality at the top. So if you know that you're looking for a specific topic or a specific thing, you can type in AI policy, for example, or maybe it has to do with board management. So what we hear most often from our members is the discussion feed saves them and their companies thousands of dollars in outside legal fees because they have a network of peers going through the same issue who tend to give them better advice than outside counsel. The discussion feed is also important because it allows you to see what's top of mind from other members in the community. So it's almost like an insurance policy because when the SVB crisis happened, we had about 20 posts from our community on how to deal with that crisis, and it allowed them to get real-time advice on how to deal with a stressful situation. It's also important to note that there are no law firms or legal companies present on the platform, so you will find the conversations to be more vulnerable and absolutely no selling into the community. Up next, we have the vendor directory. And the vendor directory is important because it allows you to see how other members of the community have used certain vendors and also in what context. So if you're vetting a vendor or you just want to see if you've had a similar experience with a certain vendor, this is a great place to look. We have broken it down into different categories with the most popular categories at the top. So if you're looking to assess your outside counsel vendors or looking for a new outside counsel vendor, you can click on this category. And then each vendor will have its own profile. And if you click on the profile, every time that that specific vendor has been mentioned on the platform, it gets aggregated below. So you can see that this one has been mentioned 136 times. That also makes it easy for you to scroll through and read what members are saying about that vendor. Hopefully this will help you make a more informed decision on whether or not you want to work with them and helps make informed business decisions. Up next, we have our resource center. And in the resource center, we have shared peer documents. So here we have over 2,000 legal templates. And if you spend a lot of time drafting legal documents from scratch, this section will be helpful because all of these documents are member uploaded to the effect that these are real documents. They're so authentic that you might even have to take the company name off the document when you download it. But you can download any of these straight to your desktop and adapt them and use them for whatever purposes you might need. Next, we have our event materials section. So at our virtual events and our conferences, we will record videos and then we upload those videos after the event. So you can come in at any time and consume that content on your own time. You just find whatever event you're interested in, you click on the event, and then you'll be able to view the recorded video. Next, we have data and insights. So we survey our community pretty regularly. We do an annual compensation survey. We do flash polls on a lot of different topics. We have topical survey results, benchmarking and metrics, and these are all give to get surveys. So if you participate, then you'll have access to the results. Up next is our events. So our events are unique because they're invite only. So we carefully curate the guest list to make sure you're in the right room at the right time. As a member, you have access to these events included in the membership fee. The content at our events is always member driven. So if a member raises a round of funding or takes a company public and they're interested in speaking about their experience, they'll lead a discussion on it. It's usually tradition at our private dinners for us to go around the room and share the biggest professional challenge we're currently having. It allows the dinner to be more intimate and productive versus general networking. You can come to an event with a specific challenge you're having and get great feedback from the group. Next, we have our member directory. So the member directory is helpful and important because it allows you to connect with other members. Here, you're able to filter by industry. So if you're looking to connect with members in the same industry as you, it makes it easy for you to do that. You can filter by company type, whether they work for a private, public, or a fund. You can also filter by location. So if you wanted to connect with members who are closest to you, you're able to do that. And then the last piece about the member directory filtering is the ability to filter by expertise. And this is important, I like to point out, because it allows you to connect with members who are experts in specific fields. So if you have a question on AI or board management, for example, you can always filter this, get a list of members who you're able to click on their profiles, see their details, and then you can chat to them directly on the platform and send them a private message and get direct feedback from someone who is in the community as an expert in that field. Up next, we have our on-demand CLE library. So you'll have access as a member to this platform called Luminate Plus. And this will allow you to fulfill your CLE credits, and it gives you the ability to do an advanced search, and you're able to choose the specific jurisdiction. And that will give you a list of programs that are specifically accredited for that jurisdiction. And then you can just watch the program, and then we'll send you a certificate for you to self-report. Next, we have our discounts. So we are offering partner deals with a few different platforms that are worth noting. So if you're looking for legal staffing services, we have discounts at Wall Trades, contract management services at SpotDraft, insurance brokerage with Newfront, contract management services with Ironclad, Link Squares, and Pramada. So keep this in mind when it comes to thinking about the cost of membership and pitching this to your employer. The potential savings that you could have on some of these partner deals might offset the cost of membership, making it well worth the investment. Up next, we have our job board, and our job board is a resource that's available to you if your team is looking to hire talent. You can post jobs as a member for free. You can also use the job board as a resource if you're ever in the market for a new opportunity. You'll have access to our job board, which has jobs that are posted on a regular basis. And with that, that is our online platform, the Braintrust. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the Braintrust walkthrough.